any team longer than 20 games. You know, they join a team, play 20 games, and then you leave, and you form another team. So they've not been that. They haven't had that stable presence, and we'll see after this tournament what's going to happen with them. But overall, yeah, Gamax has a good draft. Winter Bears also has a very solid draft, although their damage inside the Chronosphere is not amazing when you look at it.
No.
Hey, look at that.
That was unreal.
Oh, the respect.
Making mistakes is the path to
Yeah,
wisdom.
say hello to each other is nice. Do you think they actually have any sort of previous interactions, or is it Replicate saying, "Oh, I'm playing against Mikey, how cool"? I don't know.
I mean, they're all roughly. Look at them. They're all roughly in the same region, you know. So they all probably know each other. Today, this morning, I queued for a pub, and I ended up playing with a friend who was playing offline because he didn't want to play with me. And like that's just the lower mortal brackets. Imagine when you go to tournaments and you play with a lot of the same people. These are all ranked 300, 400 people. You come across these people a lot because not all of them are going to be online at the same time.
Yeah, that is very, very true. So you've already got all that big experience against this player behind you. Maybe you've sort of sussed out what they like to do before you even actually achieve it. Sussed? What's wrong with sussed?
It's I don't know. I don't like sus is such a weird. It was like, why don't you just say suspicious, or something like that.
No, it's different. Like sus and then sussed it out is two different things completely. Like when you suss something out, it means you've figured out how to deal with it. You know how it works. Where sus is just suspicious.
30 seconds to
I'll let after this we'll take this up to our producer, and what he says is correct. I was like,
what?
Yes, that's how it works.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, Gamax, if they go late, I think it's fine. But at this time, going late against Faces Void is also always risky. And that's just the biggest thing. The Chronosphere is such a factor in a lot of these games, right? You see late game, they have a refresher orb, double Chrono. It's like jump Chrono support, refresh Chrono and anyone else. It's like, oh, so what if we Chrono 2 supports? 5 versus 3, we don't care.
Yeah, it's very true. Merlin will be able to grab the top bounty rune there, so it is going to be a 3-for-1 trade in the favour of Winter Bears, and LBK might be taking a few little whacks here as well, as Catchall is in the right position to make sure he can't just run to his lane straight away.
I've never seen that skin on Weaver. Looks like a bee.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? Yeah,
it is. It's very cute. But it does not fit with the aesthetics of the hero. He is an ant, not a bee. So I imagine that we're gonna have a talk with him after this.
He does not fly either.
That's true. It does when he shikuchis, his wings should start like like turning on or something. Oh look, I'm flying! I'm so fast.
That would be pretty cool. That would be very cool. Unless he's meant to be like the queen bee, because queen bees don't fly.
Oh,
I think that's the thing.
Queen bees don't fly. Yeah, that's true. What do they do all day anyway, Queen Bees? Lazy.
Yeah, just lay there, mate. Eat royal honey. That's all they got to do. But meanwhile, back in the realm of Dota 2, we see how this, back what we're actually meant to be doing here on Tomo. This bot lane so far, low skill. Not looking too hot in terms of CS so far, but an interesting point as well, I don't think we really touched on yet, Gamax did actually decide to put the AA as the position 4 instead of the 5.
I don't think I would have preferred to see the Treant as a 4 over the AA, just because I think as Treant you like the gold more. You want to get the shard, you want to get the blink dagger, you want to maybe get Agon's refresher, or even soul. You want items on this guy, and levels are also helpful for you because you're melee, so you're more likely to fall down to start be killed in fights. If you're AA, you just put an Ice Vortex and put your ulti, you get a shard, and that's it. You don't need anything more than a shard to be useful in AA.
Yep, that's literally true. Just to make sure you press your R and you'll be okay. Meanwhile up top, Catchall. Alright, takes a bit of damage. He will be fine. Meet your Bob though, not going to be so fortunate.
He's gone.
As Merlin, just runs him down. First blood going over towards the side there of Winter Bears. And there you go. This is the exact off lane that they ran into. Had a terrible time. Now they're using it themselves. They get first blood.
Yep. And again, we see Treant Protector not taking that point in living armor, which I mean, every time I say it, I think to myself, wouldn't living armor be really good? It's 20 seconds. If you take level 2, 20 second duration, 25-second cooldown, you get a lot of heal coming out from it as well. It's like 80%, 80 health or something like that. It's just kind of crazy to me that how all teams think like, nah, it's not worth it. No need.
Yeah, we'll see if it ends up getting punished at all as this game does continue. As already you can see, look, they can't get close to the creep wave. They did so much damage from this Bristle as well as the Weaver from Merlin that the Spectre can't do anything. He just has to sit miles back. But still, if we have a look at CS chart, this Faceless Void Man, low skill has nothing. 6-1, really having a tough time.
Yeah, he walks in, takes the hoop stomp, and of course you can also throw a double edge. You don't mind doing that if you're the centaur because you have more health to play with anyway. At low skills, like, do I have to, time walk every time I double edge? It's like a 4-second cooldown. The level 1 time walk's what, 24, something like that, or 18. Either way, not fun.
Yeah.
It's just 24. So, thank you.
He knows
Our
his
producer,
skills. He's a
man.
professional. Yeah, so it's really rough for him. We'll see if he can find some way of recovering. I just know that if this was one of my pubs, and I was the Bane, I'd be getting pinged. I'd be like, harass, do something.
Oh, you'd be getting pinged.
Oh,
wait.
A lot of damage coming through. Double edge is there. Low skill is just dead. He steps forward a little bit too far to get 1 CS, and it costs him his life. Man, this is just such a terrible lane for them. They're going to require some early rotations to balance this out.
Yeah, and I gotta say, it has not been low skills day. This is the 3rd time I see him struggle in the laning phase. And obviously he's an amazing player, all that nonsense, but he is just not having a good day. Like that's all we can say about it. He might get something for his troubles though.
Yeah, trying to get aggressive onto Mega Wave, but even with the time dilation, doesn't slow him enough to actually get on top. But a lot of damage applied. Even still, with the Ring of Health online, Mega Wave is going to be healing back up pretty damn soon, I would imagine.
Oh, where's the back? Is he? It's like nope. Actually, Mikey gets a couple replicate.
Yeah, Replicate ends up dying in the mid somehow. Was that solo or was actually the assistance coming from Merlin? Yeah, it was.
Just by himself.
Stuff. Yeah, we don't really touched on the mid lane either. Like pretty much the entirety of this game so far. And CS wise, pretty even. It's mainly just Mikey leading with quite a large amount of denies over the top of anything else.
Ooh.
So keeping that lead going. Meanwhile, another kill happens up top. Meteor Bob dies for the 2nd time.
It's I mean, they did have to rotate someone. Oh no, it's right. It wasn't a rotation, just because the creep killed him.
Stand bot, Mega Wave.
He's got Vanguard. He's tanky. He's fine. I mean, he's got Vanguard, 2 rings of protection. Although, if he does get bashed a couple of times, he'll still lose his life. And interesting enough, no skill, focusing on the bash rather than the time walks, which kind of limits him. If the lower cooldown means you can rejoin the creep killing earlier, you know what I mean? But because it's higher, it's like, oh, now I gotta wait 24 seconds. And that's a flag bearer being denied. Always the worst feeling.
Yeah, it really is. It's like, feels like you just lose 2 creeps from that. Meanwhile, the mid, both supports here rotating in from Winterbears, trying to go on to replicate, but the Night Rancher just gets cancelled out. Going to focus on towards the AA instead. It's a lot of damage coming through with the trap also proccing, so that will be an AA going down. Meteor Bob turns up, but it's too late to make any sort of real difference. So free kill, plus decent amount of damage onto this tower as well. This is a catapult wave, so a lot of pressure being applied. Obviously they do have a tree and protector, but I don't know if you can really counter this out until still no points into living armor to heal these towers back up.
Yep, I mean, when you're playing as a tree and protector, you want to be more aggressive in the lane anyway, so it makes sense that they don't want to take it, but it feels like the teams are really punishing the no living armor build. Heavy physical lanes, and the Meteor Bob.
Yeah, he just gets ran into Mikey on his face. Did some decent damage, holding his ground for now. Now, Mikey's actually the one in danger. His refraction is still off cooldown, and that is it. He is dead. Ends up being a really nice trade there, actually, for Gamax, taking down the enemy mid.
Oh, well played for them. And there's no meld on him for him to actually go invis here on the TA. They do keep the tower alive. They get a kill on Mikey. Overall, a pretty happy moment here. And Nagato gets the Wisdom Ruin. Yauchi, that's going to feel bad.
Yeah, really nice pickup.
That's actually huge. Okay, look at the levels. Merlin is level 5. And Nagato's level 4 3/4. The other side, AA, 4.5 is fine. Meteor Bob is not even 4. He's 3 and 2. Like, almost 2 levels difference between some of these supports.
Yeah, that can end up added up to be really, really impactful in these sort of early game fights and ganks that go on. So we'll see if that ends up punishing Gamax at all. Because once again, Merlin is just constantly hanging around this mid lane. Maybe waiting for some sort of opportunity to find a kill. Kind of surprised he's not just with the Bristleback, constantly trying to find a kill into the Spectre. But I guess he's just sort of leading him to free farm on his own.
I mean, I think they feel like the Spectre's probably a bit too hard to kill now. You know, with the Shadow Step as well, you can just jump to any other lane, you'll be fine. So, oh, replicate? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, silence plus the orb. A little bit of a mistake, but never mind. Mikey's still able to get the last hit in. And Tower probably going to be dropping down as well. Glyph's only going to delay this, as I'm sure they're just going to try and bully it down as soon as it is off. Meanwhile, looks like quite a few heroes rotating up towards the top here for Gamax. They want to try and go on towards Catchall. Not much mana left here for the Bristle. I say that he actually gets Arcanes completed, so he's going to try and stand his ground for as long as he possibly can, running away. Stampede from the Centaur. They do find the kill, but Merlin's coming through. He's killed one, trying to get a second, but maybe he's got it way too deep. He just gets destroyed. And that's actually a 4-kill streak going over towards Replicate there. Yeah, got a little bit ahead of himself.
That's what you want. And Replicate is going for the Witchblade build, so he's going to have a lot of extra damage to work. And we talked about how squishy these supports are. And Witchblade, I like the Witchblade build a little bit more than the Maelstrom. And it's certainly better for getting those pickoffs, and that's just what they want. And if you're a Bristleback, if you're Couch, you didn't do anything wrong. You know, you're farming, you took a lot of punishment, but in the end, they have the firepower to bring you down. And oh, the very famous is dead. Mikey with a kill on him.
He was baiting out the bounty rune. Like, he was playing very, very sneaky there to get that kill. Meanwhile, yeah, Nagato as well, just constantly poking and prodding on towards Replicate. Make him not feel very comfortable at all, farming wherever he can. And yeah, Mikey's just having a pretty free game right now. Top of net worth by 1,000 gold ahead of second place. That is the Spectre. So he is doing tremendously fine so far. Actually going for the first item of the Blink Dagger as well.
Has it? Just picks up right now. I mean, Mikey has been throughout this tournament showcasing that he is the best player on his team. You know, I like that's just the fact of it. When he has a good game, he looks like he looks crazy good. Low skill, he is suffering a little bit. On the other hand, he is going to go for the Mask of Medicine. Oh, mid lane. I see a lot of heroes there. Will we have a Rumble in the jungle?
Yeah, the trap slow onto Replicate, the very famous, holding them all back. But even still, they're going to try and take this fight. Dreamclaw actually connects on towards 2, but Mikey kills the Gao as well. Replicate try and run away. The bugs are on him. He's ticking out. One more right click's all they're going to need. But no side blade connection there, so Replicate will survive. Even has a regen rune. That feels so damn nice when you have nothing left.
Yeah, it is. Man, regional. It's so much fun to pick up as a support as well. After like you gank and another core near you either dies or TPs out, and you're like, oh, regen just for me. I feel special.
Mikey. Yeah, he came down into try and kill Megaway. Actually, never mind. Omurke is coming on in. Wants to try and do some sort of counterplay, but Chrono perfectly plays. Trio just walks into it as well. Good control, but even still, Mikey just can't tank through all of this. They had no damage, low skill as well. Maybe in an awkward spot. Has to go for a time walk away. But where he's only got 2 points into it, it's a really long cooldown. Maybe if Gamax just fully committed, they might have been able to run him down, but I feel like you would just assume that Time Walk is maxed at this point. So maybe that's why they didn't bother.
Yeah, because we said, like, he's maxing out the time lock instead, which is weird. It, like, limits how much he can contest in lane. But, so yeah, with only 2 points in time walk. Tanky guy to go for, honestly.
Yeah, especially with both supports right behind him. Yeah, they knew that they were going to find that kill and they just turn it around. And once again, just like yesterday, it is Megaway spamming the same voice lines.
Hey, it's a good voice line, all right? You know, you be nice. To be honest, it is a very good voice line. And he's not only does he have the is he durable, he also has the wand, the healing lotus. He's also got the occult bracelet, which has been nerfed a lot. This used to give you 5 to all stats and 10 magic resistance. Now it's like 4 and 5, which is just not as good.
No.
Mid lane.
Oh, they got to jump on towards Replicate. They're even going to drop the knife, but actually, never mind. Mikey jumps off to the side to kill the A rather than that primary target of the puck, but not much mana left here for Replicate. He's still actually going to play aggressively to get the kill on towards the Bane, but still he will get caught by that final right click, but at the very least, Gamax will be able to get this trade kill on towards Mikey. So, it's a 2-for-2 trade, mid and support for mid and support, but the big winner was the fact that Albuquerque on the Spectre got both of those kills.
Yeah, and in general, I feel like you are happier for Gamax. I think they kind of messed up with what they were doing. They could have had the TA just jump and kill the puck, but they got greedy. They're like, we can kill the AA and the puck. So Mikey went for the AA, didn't have enough time to jump and burst the puck to get them like just killed during the Fiend script. So a little bit of greed there, and it's costing them. Remember, Mikey is still the most farmed hero on the map, so him dying is a big deal. Replicate, on the other hand, is the lowest farmed core in the map.
Yeah, definitely very, very true there. So a big reward for bringing down that TA. If they carry on doing that, it's going to be very impactful. Yeah, down bot. Oh, the Ice Blast actually connects onto both of them. And Mikey caught out. He will go down again. Sort of a couple of chain mistakes happening here from this mid TA. Getting punished very, very hard here.
Game's wide open now. If they want Alberca, I like what he's going for. And okay, Naga, do you want to go with this? You have no Fiend's Grip though.
Yeah, they don't even have Stampede to get away, but the Chronosphere, fantastic place from low skilled, will be able to bring them down. Or is it? He's spreading his damage quite a lot, and as a result, he's going to get locked down from the overgrowth. He does end up losing his life, but still is a 2-for-1. Can they find any more kills? Puck is coming over, but it's not soon enough to save the life of the True Protector. Maybe they can find some more kills. The Dream Call connects on towards 2. Good orb, landing on everyone, dealing some decent spread damage, but where is everything else? The Spectre just goes for straight TP away. Replicate, he doesn't have a TP on him! And his orb is going in the complete wrong direction. He's going to run into Kachal, or will he? Gets the Waning Rift as well. And as a result, he will survive. Nice fancy footwork.
Wrong direction. Sir, that man is a pro.
He is.
He never makes a mistake. Yeah, it's the last second show up of the puck kind of brings that fight okay, but overall you're still happy you're for Winter Wave Bears. You did get the kills that you wanted to, you got more of them, so it's fine. Even game, you know, it's literally 50-50 in the probability.
You know, that's what I said at the start. I said it was 50-50.
Oh god,
Gaben knows, mate. He knows.
Alright, items. Mikey is very close to the Deso. Nagato, nothing there. Bristleback is also very close to Agos. I think he actually has it after finishing out this creep wave. Hand of Midas on the very famous. I approve of this a lot. I do think that you want it for the levels and the gold. Anything else? Radiance is going. Oh, actually, Spectre was thinking of going Radiance, was going for the Manta. I think Radiance would have been the choice for you, honestly. I think Radiance is really good in this game. No one wants to build MKB on the other side.
That's true. I mean, I guess maybe the... Oh, never mind. He got a jump. Megaway found the Bristleback. Every hero on top of him, plus an Ice Blast. He is just gone. Merlin has turned up, but can't achieve anything on his own. We'll have to fall away. So it ends up being a good free kill there for the side of Gamax. One thing I was going to say about the Manta, maybe he's anticipating the eventual shard from the TA to cancel out the silence. But actually, speaking of, TA has been caught. Shield Rune is there, but it doesn't really keep him alive for much longer. He will still fall. Merlin just Sakuchi and through. No lockdown though for the bug. So they will survive. But again, it's another death for this TA. 6 and 5 now for Mikey after a really solid start.
Right? Like, yeah, he was top in net worth, and he's still second place, so he's really doing a lot when he's alive, but he's also spending a lot of his time dead. You know, if those fees weren't happening, he'd be at 10k in net worth easily.
Yeah.
Well, in the meantime, Nagato, oh dear.
Yeah. He is a goner for sure once again. 4 people on top of him. Ends up to being another free kill. So bit by bit, man, Gamax are just clawing their way back on into this game. 14 for 14 is the scoreline. Less than 1,000 gold, but they do now actually have 60% win probability.
We all know that Gaben has a thing for Spectre.
Yes.
You know, it's like when he sees Spectre, it's like, oh my god, plus 10% win rate for free. Like, why? Why? Isn't that, have you seen her feet? You know, or some weird kink that he has over there. Either way, Spectre, she is very farmed. You know, not that far away from the ultimate orb. You can dispel a nice, like the Enfeeble as well is nice to remove. I think you can remove the minus armor from the meld. I think so. Not quite sure. And of course, the slow coming out from the wristplate. There's a lot of things you can dispel.
Yeah, that's very true. Lots of applications for it. We'll see what see how it pans out when they actually does get the item. But 3-man smoke maneuver coming out here from Falcon. They're going straight in the direction of Alberca, but yeah, the Spectre backs out in time, even spots out the trap that just got placed on his creep camps. They know they're all there, and they will back out safely. Meanwhile, the rest of the squad should be able to take down this tier 1 mid for complete free.
Interesting. They used a fortify for that. So the bomb tier 1 is already down, so they can't fortify that one. And they're going for the backstab here. Who do you want? Meteor Bob would be a pretty solid kill.
Yeah. Nothing we can really do. Stampede is there, but not fast enough to get him out of danger. Instead, Replicate! He goes in so aggressively, then just gets caught out from a chrono. Was not expecting low skill to be there, and that is a really nice free kill to find. Maybe they could also get Alberca. We'll back off again just in time.
He has the Shadow Step, has the Manta. A relatively tough kill. What's he gonna go for in his tier 2 token? Also, come on, pick something. It's right there. Oh, there you go. The Ring of Aquila. Remember this? You could buy this item. This was such a common like item for agility course to buy. I miss it.
Yeah, it was solid. Remember the days of the poor man's shield?
Oh, poor man's shield. That was Dota at its finest. You know. Oh, I kid you not. I met a Jungle Legion commander today.
Wow.
Yes.
That's some old meta.
That's like old, you know.
Yeah.
Like that guy was like, Jungle Legion commander. I'm gonna bring it. Like, it makes you happy.
I'm actually really happy to see the resurgence of people playing jungle. It's been years since that's happened. Like, it was kind of cool.
Remember Enigma when you're jungling, demonic conversion, just going in and then okay, this guy's low health. Let me put him back. You tank now, son. Yeah,
Nagato?
Nagato? He ain't tanking.
Has been found. No, he is not. Absolute paper when that Spectre is on top of him. But now, Gamax trying to find somebody else. Mikey tries to take the game, but never mind. Megaway is there to make sure that does not happen. He still has this haste rune for a really long time. They're going to chase after him with the Stampede, but still like another 5 seconds. Overgrowth will be enraged, but your Bob, press the button. He's not going to do it. Mikey's just too damn fast, but another Blink Force Megaway gets the connection. Now he's going to be close enough. The haste rune has been finished. Maybe they baited him in way too deep though. Catcher was here, Wells, Merlin, but it makes no difference. They still lose their TA. Replicate. Oh, actually jumps to his orb. Maybe that's in too deep. Nagato can't quite go for the Fiend's Grip. Mia Bob is also in deep, quite far ahead himself. There is going to be the Fiend's Grip, but the damage just comes flying through. Catch will bring him down with ease. Nagato might be traded away. Alberca focusing on towards the Brisback. Low skill as well. Jumps in, trying to find a good chrono target, but he can't quite find it. Instead, it's just everybody falling apart here from Winterbear. Merlin will drop. He'll drop Meteor Bob. Maybe the fight's not over yet. The very famous, not a single bash. Manages to succeed on the TP. Megaway trying to go for it as well. Low skill. Doesn't want to use it.
Oh my lord. You know when he shows up, he time walks and he's time walks in, he's like, wait, there's no one to crawl here. You ever see a face where he time walks and no one's there? He's like, shit, this is not ideal. And a really good fight by Gamax. They did have to, I'm not say die for it, they chased for it, they worked for it. Or very well worth it for them. Alright, low skill has got items now, but we still haven't seen him actually commit too much to the, like contribute much to these fights. Spectre is still going back for the Radiance. As I mentioned, I do like.
Yeah, it's going to be nice this game. Plus now, the fact that he has the Manta style just means you can send those illusions off in different directions and just flash farm even more. So once that Radiance is completed, we'll probably see the net worth of this Spectre just go through the roof. But it looks like Gamax, their next target of choice, is going to be Roshan.
They already know this. They didn't throw out the scan, so they know this is happening. By the way, I also like what Meteor Bob does. He did adjust and maxed out living armor before any of the other skills. And I'm like, this is what we want to see when you're up against this heavy armor reduction, physical damage build. It's TA, Bristleback, Weaver, and Faceless Void. Like all of these guys, the physical damage. The living armor brings you a lot of value. And he's going to go for Solar Crest after. Already has the medallion. So good adjustment overall.
Yeah, really, really solid. It's going to be super impactful in this game. And yeah, so Winterbear, no Roche is happening. They have a smoke onto both Nagato as well as Low Skill. And because Low Skill didn't drop the chrono to get that Centaur kill, he does have it available for this Roche fight. So definitely could be a good timing for Winterbears to take this one.
They have to actually be there in time, right? By the way, Centaur, I love how this hero has only 3 base armor, but he's got plus 21 from the Dragon Scale, from the Lotus Orb, and from the Phase Boost as well. So it's a lot of armor. He's quite durable to this physical damage. Will they be here in time? I don't think so. Doesn't seem like it.
Nah, it's already gone. There we go. Aegis into the hands of Aberka. And we saw a pretty ambitious play that Winterbear did in the previous series where they took a fight immediately after Roche in this exact same area, and it looks like they're going to do it again. All still hanging around. Can they find a good jump onto any of these backline targets though? Replicate going for a TP. There is going to be the crew opponent. Gets the catch. Do they have the damage to get the kill that fast? Though they will. They bring down the puck. Everyone else from Gamax looks like they just want to run away. Actually, Aberka, he jumps in here. He wants to try and get this kill into solo kill. No skill, sorry, but he's not going to find it. Aberka has to just run away. Mia Bob also on the other side right now. Gamax, they can't quite decide if they want to take this fight or not. They're very split.
Yeah, it's like if they commit from the start on the Faceless Void, they might have been able to get him, you know. But it just seems like it was half in, half out. They had. But seems like he's gonna be fine. In the end, yes, you lose 2 people. The Spectre, so even overall.
Yeah, still a relatively good trade. Obviously now with Aberka with that Aegis, can freely farm up without really much threat of losing his life. And yeah, should be getting this Radiance online at a pretty decent timing, considering with all the other items he does have.
Radiance would have been great. If he had Radiance that previous fight, he would have killed the Faceless Void just because just following him, he was hit by Ice Blast, but it's no big deal. And we're seeing the net worth is starting to kind of go a bit into Winterbear's side. 5,000, not the biggest deal, but 4 out of the top 3 net worth are on the Radiant side. You know, Merlin's also very farmed for support, so
yeah,
it's a little worrisome. Not, you know, nothing insurmountable, but worrisome for sure.
Yeah. And the cool thing as well about this Weaver position 4 is that we've seen it 3 games in a row now, and every game it's had a different build.
Yes.
Like, it's not been the same thing every single time. Oh, actually, maybe they just found a free kill onto Replicate right now. They used the Stampede, but it's too late. He still will lose his life. Aberka as well, focusing on towards Mikey. Little Nightmare trying to keep him alive as well as the face grip actually connects onto the real Spectre. It's perfect placement. There's no mana left here for Aberka. In some real danger. The Ice Blast will come through, connects onto the 2 of them. They get the kill on towards Merlin and the backlines as well. Mikey, as well as low skill, going to bring down Meet Your Bob. You know, the second life of the Spectre is here, but Mikey's just way too low HP to make any sort of difference. And it looks like the call for Winterbear is just to back out.
You're still walking away pretty happy. All you lost was your Weaver, and you were able to get 2 in return. And remember, this was a fight without Chronosphere, so overall another win for Winterbears here. Yeah, and and of course you get the Aegis out of the Spectre's hand. But next fight, there will be a Radiance on the Spectre, which will make a big difference. It's you can't be too happy with the way the game is for Gamax. Yes, your Spectre's farming well, but the rest starting to fall further and further behind.
They really are. Yeah, Replicate for sure. There's like 4,000 gold pretty much behind everyone else. Well, 3,000 behind the TA. So not terrible. Megaway as well, only slightly behind them. But definitely feels like the Spectre is just all their eggs basically in that one singular basket. So
it's not only that, but the fact is it's a puck, right? It's just not a durable hero. Whereas TA, Weaver, and Bristleback can all take a punch to the face and walk away just fine. So the fact that it's a puck, it hurts. It hurts a little bit. Spectre though, you know, she's woman enough to tank 2 people. Radiant scan does cut, so they know someone's here. Kachel, he seems like he is half with whether to commit for it.
Yeah. Just playing very cautiously by the tree line. Doesn't want to get caught out of position at all. Meanwhile, Merlin is also here. Gonna try and go forwards and just scout out through the trees. They see Replicate, but among these 2 heroes, they don't have any way of locking down the puck. So they can't find that kill. Meanwhile, in the mids, they do have the lockdown for Megaway. They committed the Chronosphere for that one. They will find that free kill. Oh, behind the tier 2. Looks like Catcher will also be able to bring down the AA there. So 2 people gone now for Gamax. Maybe they can start applying some pressure to these tier 2s.
I mean, but you were talking about the Weaver build. I love it. You know, you've got that mana break. You've got a decent amount of health as well. Like, the hero is farming, so he's also kind of shifting towards a more core role, which we've seen before. And this is gonna be a problem. Bristle, one of the reasons Spirit Breaker is because it's so strong is that if you pick him as a support, he can really scale. This Weaver's doing a lot for his team the same way.
Definitely. Yeah, so the first game we saw it was like a definitely core build. It was like Nullifier and damage items. Second game was Spirit Vessel into Atos. And now this game is Solar Crest into Diffusal Blade. It's just all completely different sort of ways of playing the hero, but they all seem to be working.
On the other side, AA is going for the... for the Hex. He's got Hand of Mice, so it's not impossible he's going to be able to farm it down. But he already has 900 gold in the pocket, just needs to get the Mystic Staff. Puck is the one who really seems to be suffering. Him and Megaway. Megaway did get the Heaven's Halberd, but if you can get that on the TA, it's amazing. If you don't, the evasion's still good, I suppose.
Yeah.
I like how when I said you're like, nah, I guess so.
It's something, you know, it's better than nothing at the end of the day. Take any little advantage you can get. With the bits. Yeah, but that's a free kill. Godlike spree now on the boards. Even use Stampede to try and run down Mikey, who pops the BKB, but those right clicks, man, just do so damn much work. But even still, everyone's TP'd on it. There's no detection. Mikey's a standing his ground, but even still, Megaway will get the kill in the end. Catchall tries to bring down the Spectre, but it's just a wise TP away. Will keep them alive. So it ends up being a good kill on towards the TA, but they do lose the Centaur, and it cost them a buyback on towards the very famous.
Well, Nagato also bought back, and Meteor Bob is going to be losing his life. Bob needs a Blink Dagger so badly. Like, in all these fights, he's like, alright guys, I'm going to catch them with over. That's twice now, that at both times against the TA. You know, this time the TA was able to go all the way to the tier 2. Last time Mike was able to escape. Like, you need Bob to have his Blink Dagger. And problem is he doesn't have a Philosopher's Stone, doesn't have Hand of Midas, doesn't have ways to get those kills. It's gonna be a long time, it seems like, before he has it. He needs it so badly. Oh, I think he bought the gem as well. Jeez.
Yeah, it's a lot of support gold here. Not going to be getting that item anytime soon unless they have a absolutely amazing fight and he's like alive for getting 5 kills or something. But he'll be able to get it pretty quick.
The dream.
The dream, yeah. But dreams very rarely come true, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure everybody knows that. It's a sad life we live.
I mean, I always dream that oh my god, bottom lane, Megaway, he is, well, he's not dreaming, he's having a nightmare and he's losing his life, but Nagato gets spot down in return.
Yeah, Alberca, at least he does find a nice opportunity to jump in and get a counter kill at the very least, but yeah, losing the Centaur isn't great. But even still, Winterbear is still lurking around in this area, looking like they could try and take the fight. They have Chrono available. Meteor Bob is going to get caught out. Jumps over towards the top side. Finds the very famous with the Dream Call. Lock it down towards Catchall. There is going to be the Chrono. The damage that just comes flying through there from Mikey. The Sideblade's doing so much work. Alberca trying to bring down the TA. Will be able to achieve that. Even doing a lot of damage on towards low skill. Has to go for the Time Walk away to survive. And eventually the Spectre falls down. So it ends up being a 5-for-2 exchange favouring Winterbears. It's a big, big win.
Albuquerque, he's doing so much for his team, but another fight where Bob just is unable to get any of his spells off, dies before an overgrowth. If he can get it, it will really help his team, but like we mentioned, he's got financial issues. Meanwhile, the very famous also loses his life. He wanted to go for a Ghost Scepter to survive, but he doesn't buy it. Now he's going for a Hex. It's super expensive, so he also has financial things he has to deal with. And of course, Replicate is just fragile. Nice Chrono, by the way, and with Mikey just hitting them 2 with the side blade is very impressive.
Yeah. Going off the damage chart, literally all the damage from Gamax is coming out from this Spectre.
Yes.
Like, they really need somebody else to start helping out here, but Centaur not really the best in that sort of area of pumping agile DPS himself until the super late parts of the game, and the Puck. Not really got the money to back up any sort of real DPS style build either. Going for a more utility kind of build rather than any sort of actual damage output.
Especially if he goes for Octarine Core, right? Like, yeah, Octarine Core, you know, your cooldown's reduced, means you do more damage, but we're in a meta where it feels like magic damage is a lot less impressive than it used to be. You know, it's like right click is what gets you killed, and I don't feel like Puck getting Octarine is going to help that much. It helps, but yeah, we'll see. It feels like a drop in the bucket. Catchall. Oh, he's got Blink. I did not see that on the Bristleback before.
Yeah. He still gets caught though. Megaway just chasing after him with his own blinks, not going to be able to get away. Merlin off to the side does get a kill elsewhere, but even still, this is just a big hero advantage right now for Gamax. Low skill and Catchel both are here. They're going to try and run away. There was also Mikey up top thinking about taking the Twin Gate to join his team, but lose control of the high ground and he will decide to not follow through with that plan. Low skill though. Actually jumps in towards the puck. Is silenced up. Also going to be the Dream Call right now. He's making sure he doesn't end up snapping it, but the rest of the team is coming in. We'll pop the BKB now and retreat.
Alright, Chrono's in 10 seconds. But look, again, Bob he cannot get in range to help his team out. But this time didn't matter. You know, we were able to bring down both supports. They're very famous. He died, but so what? He threw out his Ice Blast, so it's all okay. And to be fair though, Mikey was not part of that team fight. He was spawned on the other side. Holy moly! Look at the net worth of this Weaver. What? Merlin.
It's like, what's that? 1,300 gold behind the enemy mid. He's a beefy bug. Basically, is a core at this point. Went for Disperser as the item.
Yeah, I not realized that Disperser was an AoE. Holy moly! That is very impressive. He's already got the shot. He's gonna go for BKB. Like he's playing like I play position 4, which is basically a core. You know, it's like yeah, guys. I bought you a sentry. All right, now let me finish the Daedalus.
Some maximum greed. You know.
In this meta, it works because the map is bigger, so there's more resources, and the position 4 has sort of been bumped up to, you know, 4th core basically.
Yeah, more of like a 3.5 than a traditional 4. And yeah, it does end up working out. Can do a lot of work here on this Weaver.
Everyone's the App Store now. You know, everyone's like, yeah, why shouldn't I take it for myself?
Yeah.
Well,
You know, it's kind of sad we don't see App Store anymore. He's taking a long old break from the game.
Can't blame him. You know, if you work for competitively for like 4 or 5 years, you make enough money for you know the rest of your life. The stress of competing, like imagine pubs but with like money on the line, millions on the line in some of those games. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, it does for sure. Meanwhile, Alberca farming under reward, not going to get caught though.
We can't all be Seb, you know. All right, guys, one last ride.
And then another one.
Just one more.
The man won't stop. He loves winning too much. He loves the competition. He isn't going to give up. He'll give up when he's forced to give up.
If I play any more, my hands will literally fall off. And you'll see him learning how to play with his feet.
Yeah. You know, the day that carpal tunnel sets in for him, that's when he'll think about hanging up his coat. Until then, he's just going to keep on rolling.
Maybe I'll get a special mouse that I can use no matter what. Alright, one thing about AA, very, 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 very close to that, to the Mystic, to the Scythe. Just needs to use his Hand of Midas on anything, and he'll have it. Which, you know, gives him a bit of option that lockdown's much needed.
Ooh, they were sort of waiting for an opportunity to go for a kill on towards Alberca, but Meteor Bob just ran straight past the Weaver and the Faceless Void, spotted out the actually a 3-man hoof stop comes on through from Megaway. It's fantastic in place. The Ice Blast will land on towards Catchel, and immediately Gamax, they are just after blood right now, looking for any kills they can get. Low skill pop with the BKB with this Dream Coil. They can't just fully chase forwards. He does manage to get the connection on towards Replicate though with the Chronosphere. Catchel as well, jumping in on his own, just with the help right now of the Weaver. He's doing so much work. Megaway will end up dropping down. Merlin actually getting the kill credit, and the only survivor is Alberca. Ends up being a massive win there for Winterbear.
Which you wouldn't have thought from the start of the fight.
Definitely not.
Three-man stomp followed by a 2-man Ice Blast. And you're like, alright, this fight, they're gonna crush it. But again, the lack of the freaking Blink Dagger on the three enemies. He's not in range to get overgrowth on him. He was able to BKB and just jump out here on the Faceless Void. So it's been hurting them so much. 25,000 goal advantage right now for Winter Bears. It's only Alberca who's been able to keep up. He's 12-1-9. Amazing performance by him. Have you noticed all these games? Seems like one team is winning and another team's got like this mega superstar who keeps them in for a while.
Yeah, he's 100% trying his very, very best to keep his team in it, but it's just really, really difficult. It's sort of like kind of trying to have to do a 1v5 situation, at least damage-wise, and really playing aggressively against Catchel right now, but these Quills, it tears me your bomb apart, but at the very least it's a good trade, because they do actually manage to bring down the Treant Protector. Gem on the floor as well, which Aberka will pick up. Oh no, actually no, yeah, Merlin ran in, got it. Stole it away.
Yeah. Could have been a bit of a net worth swing for them, about 2,000 gold if he was able to get it, but does not. Another problem that's hurting Gamax is that they don't have the shard, the item shard on AA. You really would like to have it just because it gives you that bit of lockdown.
Oh,
but
Berko once again trying to go for a kill on towards Merlin right now. Mikey actually jumps in quite aggressively himself with the Stampede. He has to just go for the BKB TP out. Megaway will also find Magato. Bane's going to be the sacrifice, but at least it does allow the rest of the team to back away safely.
It's all 1,000 gold for the team. It's nice and all, but you're hoping for a bit bigger fish. Roshan's not going to be up for at least 3 minutes, and more likely 6 minutes. Spectre, Aegis is about to expire.
Yeah. Well, it feels like he's really needed it in the last couple of engagements.
I mean, that's probably why, right? Like, they don't target him because he has the Aegis, so it's kind of like, don't punch me. And Merlin, oh, okay, yep, there you go. He's officially ahead of the enemy course. 2 of them.
Oh man, the maximum greed, it is paying off. Fresh BKB still to go with Disperser and Solar Crest. Has a Daedalus queued up next as well. So yeah, he is literally just playing as a core right now. Doesn't care about supporting.
As God intended, I might add. You know, that's just how it should be. Oh, nice. Spell Prism coming out for the very famous. The very famous is a great one. You know, you just want to have your lower cooldowns on your spells. You just want to throw out your spells as much as you can. It's still crazy to me that Ice Vortex Shard used to do damage, and they're like, yeah, let's just give it to him for free and add a stun. And I bet while Ice Blast is gonna add a stun, they're gonna add something new to him. Like, that's how he gets. He's like, the shard is a preview to the next buff.
Yeah. Let's see what they can do with it. Meanwhile, smoke play once again, jumping into backlines for Burka, focus on towards the Gato, can't go get the burst kill, but the rest of the team coming on through. Stampede was already used, jump in from Megaway, gets the quick kill, on towards the bait, he is gone as well. Low skill, trying to find an opportunity to lock down the Spectre maybe, but instead Alberta's going to turn around. Medium Bomb is just dead off to the side. There is going to be the Chronosphere that gets dropped, he's whacking on into the Spectre. Is it going to be enough damage? It's not, the cheese, it's there. He manages to survive, gets the kills with Faceless Void. The very famous will drop off to the side as well. They will get the kill on towards Megaway. Catchel jumping forwards with this Blink Dagger. He's on top of Alberka, going for the TP out.
Oh,
there is just no cancel. Yeah, this is going to be a dieback for the tree. Again, the fight didn't look too bad until it was. It was a disaster. Oh, never mind. Alberka does get another sneaky free kill. Doing a lot of that.
He is just... This guy is insane, Alberka. Alright, so they got 3 kills for 4. There's a dieback on each side, but now the people are hitting on your Raxes and you only have just the Spectre to protect it. Spectre needs to be there soon. Doesn't have a TP and does not have Shadow Step for 15 seconds, so this Rax is gone.
Yeah, no way of keeping this one going. Also, Catchel just picking up a Cypher Vice as well on the old Bristleback, so not the most common items on this hero, but again, picking it up, see what he's able to actually achieve with it. Sounds cool on paper.
Hey, it's cool in concept as well. Actually, Alberka, I wonder if he's going to consider going for the Agames upgrades at this point. He's maxed out. The shard is not too bad, although I haven't really seen it in the pro game. So maybe it is bad and it just looks like it's looks good, but it's not.
I mean, if you can press that button before Chrono lands, that could be really big. It's like the Faceless Void probably just end up deleting himself if he's not careful. So it could be cool, but yeah, it's very situational about whether if you can actually use it at the right time or not. I mean, what's the cooldown on it? Does it say?
25 seconds.
No, I mean, oh, the cooldown's 25 seconds. Yeah.
Which is not bad. I mean, by the way, when you activate it, you reflect 50% of the damage you get. That's solid, if you ask me. You put a Blade Mail on top of that, you literally do more damage when you're hit than the person than you take.
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be good. If someone in chat knows if it's good or not, tell us. Otherwise, I'm just like, in theory, it looks pretty good. Oh,
There's all Casual jumping in deep right now, trying to push everybody back on the side of Gamax. But the BKB's going to charge deep yet again. The Bane getting focused up, but they found the puck with the Chronosphere once more. Fiend's Grip as well, locked out Alberca, but actually the damage reflection kills the Bane, who will still lose their life. But yeah, puck gone for 70 seconds, no buyback. 90 for the Spectre, who does have their one. But it's going to be very costly if they're forced to use it. And the high ground pushes are coming. Actually, tier 4s, they're thinking about just ending this game.
And they're like, let's force a buyback if we can. You know, why the hell wouldn't we? And they know that if Spectre buys back, that's a win condition for your team revealed. They're going for this throne spawn back, and puck buys back. What about the Spectre? He does as well.
Yeah, Ice Blast will actually land on towards the Faceless Void. It's a perfect target to find. Immediately removed him from the equation. Mikey just like 3 hits Meteor Bob into the back lines. But he's in a very awkward spot right now. No teammates around him whatsoever. BKB on cooldowns. We can't go for BKB TP. Just gonna get away. The bug was on Mega Wave, so his Blink Tagger was on cooldown. Couldn't get him.
And it's like, and for Centaur to take it down, it's like takes what, 6 hits, and he's got no agility, and it's also there's no way he could have removed it in time. He could have actually used Stampede though, right? But it's a risk, you know. Use Stampede. I think that would have been the play, but either way, they hold, yeah. But it cost them 2 buybacks.
2 buybacks on their main cores as well. So
Roshan is up. Roshan is up though. So if
they
you can get
it.
Alberca.
Yeah, it's a must. It really, really is. But at the same time, Winterbear know that, and they are all coming over with this backstab. They found Replicate. This could be a dead puck. The Stampede is there. He does actually manage to avoid some of the damage, but there's just too much chase, and he will still fall yet again. Alberca trying to find this Bane into the back lines and will manage to bring him down. Doesn't have a buyback himself, but they did buy back onto the Faceless Void, so he's going to try and come in here as fast as possible. And Alberca just running through the trees, but he still dies. He's gone 2 minutes. This could very well just be the end of the game here, Atomo.
It could be, and the Ice Blast, like, it throws out at the very end, but you needed it earlier. Mega Ray, he is dead as well. Well, okay, he will die. Give me a second. There you go. He's dead as well.
He's gone.
Immediate buyback, but they just call it straight away, knowing that it's just over. It was a nice attempt overall, and I think that the Gamax, they had solid performance, but Winter Bears, they were beating them in both 2 days. Like, it was only Alberca, I felt like late game was doing too much. We didn't see it. Replicate got caught so many times. This is not a standard puck performance. I